Hey friends, Kenji back for another deck tech from the world's competitors. We're actually wrapping up the top 4 right now as we speak. And this time we're going to play Yuta Takahashi's Blue-Red Dragon list. Now he started off 0-3 at Worlds, the first 3 rounds being draft. But then he went on an insane heater, and I don't believe he's lost a match of Standard yet. He made the top 4. I think he's actually all the way through to the finals as I speak. So he's either like 8 or 9, maybe even 10-0 now in the Standard portion of things with this deck right here. So Blue-Red Dragons, or at least what is called Blue-Red Dragons. It is, of course, another Epiphany deck, so you're going to see a ton of the same cards as either the Blue-Red or the Grixis control decks. But this deck has access to a 4 Goldspan Dragon and 4 Smoldering Egg, so, I mean, technically it's a Dragon deck, but it's also an Epiphany deck. Anyways, pretty straightforward list here. Again, this deck was specifically built for the Worlds competition with the 16 other competitors. But it looks like a pretty sweet list. And yeah, let's just go jump in and see if we can win a few matches with this. Because out of all the decks I have tried so far, the first one being Paulo's Mono Green, the next one being Gabriel Nassif's Grixis Epiphany, and then we had Rei Sato's Mono White. I think the Blue-Red one probably speaks to me the most. This one right here, anyways, the Dragons list. Goldspan Dragon is just such a crazy good card, and obviously Epiphany is very, very good as well. I'm not one for Time Walk effects, really. I don't think they're necessarily great for the game, but they do work pretty well in conjunction with the Goldspan Dragon, that's for sure. Alright, we are on the draw here. See if we can get a good opening hand. That does not look like a good opening hand to me. Wow, that is... I don't actually recall how many basics are in this deck, but I would guess that that is the majority of the basics in this deck. Yeah, I just need it. It's especially on the draw. I don't think I can keep this hand. It's just too slow. Okay, I mean, I'm actually not going to say that this is better than the previous hand, but at least it has some interaction. I think what I'm probably going to do here is pitch one of the Smoldering Eggs and keep both Dragonfires and the memory. This is certainly in hopes that the opponent is playing a more creature-based deck. And yeah, if they're leading with Highland Forest, I guess that's probably a good sign that they might be running a creature deck. Into a turn 2 Kessig Naturalist. So, do I want to lead with Egg, or do I want to just straight up Dragonfire the Naturalist? And I think the game plan, again, I mentioned this the other day, I cannot really let somebody go turn 3 Chariot. That just seems like a very, very easy way to lose. As we draw Shatter Skull Smashing. So let's go with the Egg now. Smashing tapped. Although the nice thing is I drew Goldspan Dragons, so my Dragonfire can actually deal 4 damage, but I like holding them off of Chariot for 1 turn, if indeed they have a Chariot in their hand. That's fine, I don't really care if the Egg dies. And in fact, if they just pass the turn now, that's exactly where we want to be. Okay. Well, I guess I'm definitely casting something this turn. I can just go ahead and main phase the Memory Deluge. I don't want to pass and give them the Naturalist for free. Okay, well, 3 land options here, but all of them are going to enter tapped. If I take the Snarl and draw a mountain or island, that enters untapped, but that doesn't really make sense, right? Because then I'll have drawn the 5th land anyway. So let's just take the Hall of Storm Giants and memory number 2. Pass a turn over to the opponent. But yeah, ideally we can draw an untapped land next turn, play dragon, attack, get the treasure, hold up fire. Okay, Fangblade Brigand. I don't really care about that. Did not. I think we probably just need to kill the Brigand here, though. So let's go Hall of Storm Giants. Dragon's Fire on the Brigand, revealing our Goldspan, and then we can just pass with the Jwari Disruption open. Though I wouldn't guess that it's going to find anything to counter. Early Breaker. Alright, I mean, looks like the opponent's on a more budget version of Standard, but that's fine. Drew another egg. Let's go ahead and play the Ruins tapped, get the dragon in, and start smashing. I don't think it's worth it to play the egg here. Oh wait, no, yes it is. Egg can block the Naturalist in a pinch. And I guess using the treasure right now while the dragon is still on the battlefield is kind of good. So the Burly Breaker does have Ward. Ward 1 on the front side, and then it gets Ward 3 on the transform side of things. But man, whenever you have a Goldspan Dragon that just, well, doesn't immediately die, it just feels like you can't lose. Alright, so they're going to smash in. Yep. I'll go ahead and block the Naturalist. Take a hit for 6. And if they don't play anything this turn and transform their werewolves, I'm going to want a double spell for sure. Question is, can I somehow kill them this turn? Very unlikely. But how can I lose, I guess? I suppose let's main phase the memory. Alright, let's take fire and another Goldspan. And then I can attack for 4. Go ahead and main phase shoot the Lord of the Ulvenwald. And so that's going to flip back on their turn. I think it's probably worth paying the 3 life here and holding up Divide by 0. Especially since their creature is going to not be lethal by itself. Ranger's Class. That's fine. Okay, I'll let them level it up. And then go ahead and bounce the Ranger's Class before they can get the 1/1 counter on the Burly Breaker. Let's see, is there a way I can kill them next turn? I don't think so. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I don't block, I can kill them, but that seems really, really unnecessarily risky. So I'm probably just going to chump with my dragon here to their Burly Breaker. And they can go ahead and replay out their Ranger's Class if they want to. So I needed to draw a land there, didn't I? So I actually only have 6 mana if I go gold span, attack, attack. That's kind of unfortunate. Alright, well, I guess we're just going to exhibition. Put him to 8. 3 blockers pretty good here, and then we have more than enough lethal in the air next turn. Something that I could randomly lose to is like a Lunar Frenzy. Although I guess if they're pumping up the Ranger class, that's unlikely for them to have that. Alright, I would die to a Lunar Frenzy here. Guess if those are both dying anyways, I'd rather put the 1 extra that way. Is there some way they're gonna get trampled and kill me? I don't know. Apparently not. Sure. Alright, and we'll just go Dragon 2 and smash you for 8. Easy enough. All 3 burning hands come in. Probably Fading Hope wants to come in. What are we taking out here? Prismari Command comes out. Sot, Coming, Dissipate can both come out. Probably need to shave some number of Epiphanies. I guess the Cinderclasm is like medium, not great. Probably want the Heated Debate as well. Something like that seems fine. Don't think I should be too concerned. Again, this is more of a budget deck from the opponent. Or that is to say, not a tier 1 list. So ideally, I guess we just have like an egg on 2, although if they have a naturalist on 2 again, I probably have to kill it if given the opportunity. So they had ranger classes, naturalists on 2. They might have a few other ways to deal with them, or rather do something on that turn, but... Will they play? Or will they leave? Wow, these hands. Hello? I guess this is a keep. We technically have 2 lands. Oh, I guess I should have cut the negate, perhaps? Actually, no. Negate's good versus ranger class and, like, Chariot, which I'm going to assume they have. Alright, we'll lead on Jwari Disruption turn 1. And then we might play the Smashing Untapped turn 2, depending on what they do. But this is a pretty good hand. No lands, but yet 3 lands. Pretty funny. Outland Liberator. Alright, we will probably just burn that. And I think I'm gonna go with the fire here instead of the burning hands. I don't have a dragon in my hand anyways, and burning hands can kill the Burly Breaker or whatever. Ranger class, that's fine. We can just Fading Hope the token. Pass. I guess maybe that was a slight mistake giving them Knight, but I don't really think you want to main phase and tap out of your negate. Ideally, they just pump up the Ranger class and I get to Fading Hope, bounce the token, and scry. Another Outland Liberator. It's going to be a 3/3, that's fine. Go ahead and bounce the token for the scry. They could have a Ranger's Guile. Oh, not Ranger's Guile. What's it called? Snake Snakeskin Veil? Yeah. One of those hexproof cards in the format. I mean, it is a land. But I think we'll just bottom it. Would rather draw an untapped land here so I can fire or Burning Hands and hold up the negate. Wow, we have drawn mono Burning Hands over here. Alright, let's just pass. So what I might need to do eventually is like divide by 0 the Ranger class and then negate it on the way back down. Because I don't mind trading 1 for 1. But with the Ranger class up to level 2, they would get to start playing creatures off the top of their library, which, well, that would not be easy to beat if I'm just trying to kill their creatures 1 for 1. Deep in the tank here. You're gonna time out if you keep doing this, friend. The only reason priority is being held for them is because their werewolf can technically kill their ranger's class, but alright, looks like they returned in time. And they are gonna level up the ranger's class. That's fine by me. We'll go ahead and Dragonfire. Great. And yeah. I'm missing lands, they're missing lands, and a color. Get the egg online, and it's gonna be over in quick order if they don't do anything this turn. Alright, there's the Ranger class full level. And like I said, I think we just want to bounce that before they can get creature off the top value. We'll grab our Science. I'm not going to be able to negate it on the way back down, sadly, but I think resetting that is pretty important. I mean, next turn's going to be great. I'm likely to transform my Smoldering Egg and just start going to town. Sure, just Ranger class, level it up. So I'm going to go ahead and Science here. Get a Mountain, Dragonfire. That's going to flip our egg. And then we'll just win with this egg by itself. Or, well, now the dragon. Oh, even better, I also cast 2 spells, so it's back to daytime. Alright, there's the red source. If they don't kill the dragon this turn, it's over. If they do kill the dragon, maybe there's a chance, but then ain't gonna cut it. Go ahead and lead with Iteration here, ping them for 2. I'll put the dragon in my hands. Rebuke in Library Island on top. Smash him for 4. Pass. And they'll just be dead next turn. I suppose I should have probably just main phased the Burning Hands on the Burly Breaker, but this way I get to hold up the Divide by 0 and the Negate. Or something like this. And it looks like they don't have anything, so good game. Dragons, baby. Look at me. Silver 2. The grind is real. Let's see. If I do a video a day, play around 3 or 4 matches every day, how long would that take me to get to Mythic? I mean, you chain through, what, Platinum pretty quickly. From Bronze to Platinum doesn't take very long. Best of 3, you get a couple pips towards rank, as opposed to best of 1, where you only get 1. Alright, won the die roll. And looks pretty good. We're gonna lead with Jwari Disruption, or whatever, Jwari Ruins. Whatever the side it is. And then turn 2, we're gonna play out the egg. turn 3 iteration, look for a land, play the land, put a card in our hand. This is a great hand if the opponent's playing a creature-based deck. If they're playing... I'm gonna guess they're just playing Grixis then. Yeah, indeed. Do I want to go double egg here? I guess I kind of dig that. Get both eggs online before I iteration. That's fine. I wasn't gonna shock or rather bolt myself to get the land anyways. So, and I'd rather get my egg countered than my iteration, because if this is versus Grixis, then this is gonna be a kind of a grindy match, or at least both players are going to have a lot of good control-y elements. Though surprisingly, not as many counters as you would think in this match. Alright, let's go ahead and iteration. Our draw's actually been really bad. Let's put the Dissipate into our hand. Play the blue source. And just pass. But yeah, these burn spells are not great versus them. It's a good draw. Alright. Smashing tapped and say go. Do I want to fire off this memory end of turn? There's not an absolute need to. I still have a land drop next turn. But I also don't think I mind trying to tax their mana. Now obviously they can have another Dwari here since I've opted not to play the land untapped, but I think that's okay. That's fine too. I don't really mind that. We can actually get an insta-flip with our egg, with the memory in our graveyard now. So this is going to be the turn that I'm going to probably play the Shatterskull Smashing untapped. It's also a pretty good draw. I don't think the Grixis deck runs very many hard counters. I think it's like maybe a one of Saw It Coming or something. I'm happy to pull the trigger here on the memory. They've already used 2 Dwaris, and this hopefully unlocks my Epiphany. Alright, so maybe they're going to Prismatic, or Prismari Command the egg then. Or just double Cathartic Fire it, that's fine. Wow, that resolving is fantastic. Alright, so let's hit our Gold Span. And probably egg again, honestly. Seems like they have a hard time dealing with those. Okay. So let's just attack for 4 here and pass, holding up our Dissipate. That's their best play? Oh, alright, that's game over then. Fantastic. Yep, GG. So we'll go attack for 4, put you to 12. Play egg. Epiphany, and that's game over. Just like Dragon Fire my own creature. For the ping. Alright, like it. Easy test of talents, and all the hermits come in. We end up cutting Thundering Rebukes. Probably some number of Dragon Fire. Actually, I guess the Rebuke kills, what's it called? The 3/4, the blue one? The air. So let's actually leave in the Rebukes and maybe just take out the Dragon Fires. The Rebukes can also just kill their eggs as well, though they don't normally have that many. I think the Grixis deck also runs, what's it called, the Celestis, so I can see bringing in second Prismari command. Need one more cut here. I guess maybe I don't need 4 eggs. Do we want any of these other sideboard cards, though? I don't think so. I mean, Debate could be interesting, I guess. I guess technically Debate's probably better than Rebuke. Same thing, but uncounterable, plus it is an instant. Let's see how many lands is 20, 24, 25, 27, 28. I guess I'll just cut like the hazard or something. Seems fine. Oh, you know what? Actually, no. That's bad. I should have left in the Hermit, because they have Hermits in the sideboard as well, right? Yeah, they have access to like 3 Hermits of their own. Oh well. What's done is done. Not a great hand. Definitely don't want these double burn spells in the opener. But I'm not going to ship it down to 6. It's got lands and whatnot, so... Iteration, a good draw. Command, not a terrible draw either. Yep. If I had Test of Talents in my hand, I would immediately counter that and exile all the rest of theirs. Though you want to save it for memory a lot of the time. I think that makes sense. Not a bad draw. So what would they do on turn 4 that I would regret not holding up Juari? I guess they would like main phase memory. I'm okay firing this off right now. Let's put the negate in our hand. We'll put the Epiphany on the bottom, and we will play the island out. Ah, right, I'm gonna have to discard because I did this. Well, I guess that's something I didn't think about. Not a big deal. Discarding the Rebuke should be okay. That's a good reason to have not done anything. Go blank. Alright, I'll pitch the Debate, and I will pitch the Juari here. And then I'm probably just going to fire off this memory main phase. And, oh, they have a Duress too? Oh, yikes. Okay. Yeah, so that's the nice thing about the Grixis deck. They get access to a bunch of hand disruption from the board. Alright, that's fine. Just gonna fire off that memory main phase. Make sure it resolves. Five mana pass. Alright, so my plan here is to... Oh, they're also going to fire off the memory maiden phase. I like it. Yeah, I'm going to play the Hermit, foretell the Epiphany. It's kind of interesting. Till pass. Looks like they have the hazard. Nothing else to do with this, so of course I'm going to go ahead and pay and put that in our graveyard. Let's discard the command and the land here. Because remember, this exiles graveyard, so I don't want to lose this other toxic, or not toxic deluge, memory deluge. Double go blink plus duress, kind of a beating here. Just okay, snarl and go. That's fine. I don't think they get more than, what, 2 or 3 go blinks. They certainly don't run 4 from what I've seen. Okay. So 4 cards still in their hand. I'm gonna go ahead and try to memory in response to this Hermit. Okay, I'm just gonna grab double Hermit here. Play our own Hermit. Let's foretell our Sot coming. And just pass. Get those cards out of my hand before they can nuke them with another duress or something. I think I trade. They're gonna have to spend 3 mana to get their Geist online. Sure. And then I think I just counter it anyways. Doesn't seem like they were necessarily expecting that. Another Epiphany. Alright, let's resolve another Hermit here first. They're gonna memory in response, that's fine. And then we're going to Geist from the graveyard. Hopefully, we just get to start resolving Epiphanies next turn. Not gonna bother trying to counter that. It's annoying, but it's okay. There's the Lier now. Damn, they did go for duress. Well, we'll go ahead and counter that for sure. Oh wait. I don't want to do that because they have Lier. Right. So Benevolent Geist only affects you. Lier affects everybody, funny enough. Yeah, we're gonna have a problem with Lier for sure. I guess I do want to cast Memory here since they have... Well... Then I'm just gonna get Go Blinked. Yeah, but I don't want to let them... Yeah, alright. So I'm gonna give them Night, which is gonna give them a free loot. But I also don't want to Memory, and then they just Go Blink from the graveyard. This game got interesting. Yep, that's an easy activation. Not because it's getting target or because it's going to get countered, but I need to put that in the graveyard instead, right? I mean, I guess they're just going to fire off the Go Blank anyways, aren't they? Because it exiles my graveyard, so... That I don't even know what I'm talking about. The Go Blink just wrecks me in either case. Yeah. Alright, so doesn't even do anything to cast the Memory. Ugh, the third Go Blank cast is so brutal. So, what am I gonna... I need to draw like, iteration number 3. Or sorry, Epiphany number 3 into, like, Dragon. That's the game plan here. Just top deck. Oh, they're also gonna get another activation or trigger of Celestis. Alright, come on, Epiphany off the top. That ain't it. Guess I sack the egg. I probably should have done that before I played out the egg. I guess they can still just do it again this turn anyway. Oh man, Lier is a beating. I'm pretty close to just scooping, but we might have like one more draw step at finding it. Alright, I've seen enough here. That should certainly be lethal, right? Alright, we got wrecked. How do I not get wrecked? I guess because it's so important to kill the Lier, I probably just need to bring in the second Rebuke. And maybe Prismari Command is not as good as I think it is, even though they have Celestis. Maybe that's okay. Alright. Game 3. I mean, these are the matches that I wanted. The matches versus other top tier decks. Oh man. Oh boy, these hands are not not going very well. I'm gonna put back a land here. Don't think I'm gonna fire off Iteration this turn into Jwari. I think we're gonna wait a turn. That's fine. Ooh, this is really good. So we get to make a treasure, kill an artifact. And if we draw a land, we get turn 4 Goldspan Dragon. Damn, didn't get there. I'll go ahead and pay the 3 because I don't want to use my treasure. And there it is. There's a good test of talents target. So that's their hand. Nice. Alright, so we even got to eat another one. Now, I might be giving them a land here, but they already had Jwari for a land, so... Excellent. And now they're tapped out. And we get to... Bingo, bango, bongo this dragon. Let's see. Yeah, and so we're going to pass, because if they go for Demon Bolt, I'm going to have access to 4 mana, and I can divide by 0 the Demon Bolt. They drew an untargetable. That was very unlucky for us. Okay. So they're going to Lier maybe next turn. So let's just iteration, go for another land. Alright, put the Rebuke into my hand. Hermit on top, or in the great, whatever, bottom. Island. Pass. We can divide by 0 the Lier on the first pass. I don't really mind them just egging, that's fine too. Alright, Foretell. This would be okay, an okay time to fire off Memory if I want. And just pass. Could have also foretold the Epiphany and then played out the Hermit, but I kind of like doing it like this. No plays, huh? Yeah, I'll go ahead and go for Memory again. That's fine. Okay. The gate looks great, and let's take the egg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So let's lead with egg. And then the Hall. They might go for the Demon Fire, or whatever, Demon Bolt on the egg, but I'm okay if they do. Yep. That was more just to bait it out, because I think once we get the Hermit online, we're going to be a little bit happier anyways. Sure. Epiphany, Foretell. I think pass. This lets me hold up Negate and divide by 0. Alright, let's just negate that now while they don't have mana open. I might be playing this game wrong. I'm willing to believe that, though. Let's go with Hermit, see if they fire off one of their memories now. And pretty funny, we drew the Jwari to get them really good. That was fantastic. I guess I could have also just gone for Epiphany afterwards. Maybe I should have actually let their memory resolve, but man, that Jwari Isle is just too good not to pass up, I feel like. They don't really have many relevant spells in the yard for Lier right now either, so that's fine. Yep, I'm happy to trade for sure. Let's go. Another Hermit. I guess I kind of just have to divide that now and make them use up their mana. And then maybe now this is when they Lier. But that doesn't, I mean, Lier doesn't even do anything right now. I just need to find my dragons. Where are my gold spans? There. Wow. Okay. Let's go for this. Geist into Epiphany. They're gonna have to kill my Geist first and then have a counter, so it's pretty good if they don't. We can smash in for 4. I'm gonna go with memory here main phase instead of anything else. Because this still lets me do basically everything I want to. Alright. Dissipate's great, and we will take iteration for next turn. Because until they kill my Benevolent Geist, I get to resolve all of these counter magic spells without fear in the face of the Hermit. Burn down the house. I guess I just bounce that back to their hand. That's fine. Alright, I mean, and now we get to go look for another Epiphany for the win. That's pretty good too, but we would rather find Epiphany here. None of those are Epiphanies. Alright, smash in hand. Egg gone. Play out the land. Dragon. Attack with everything. It's fine if they do this. So what can I lose to with this play? So I think now I am supposed to just smash both their creatures for 1. Because if they just burn down the house, then they lose on board to me activating my Hall of Giants. So. Kind of an intense matchup. It's weird that so many control elements are sideboarded, but a lot of them are rendered useless in the face of cards like Lier and the Hermit. So, I think what I'm learning is that I probably just need to leave in some more removal with this deck instead of taking some of it out and trying to go like full-blown control. Because there are still too many relevant creatures. Yep, expected. Alright. Well, I can't actually kill him, I guess, can I? I can just make them chump, though. What do I have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. So make them chump and hold up Dissipate, I guess, is the play. Foretell, okay. Huh. I'm not sure what their plan is here, but I'm gonna go for the kill again. They're gonna have to have, like, Fading Hope. Ah, right, Soul Shatter. Alright. Let's go for the counter and make them have a counter of their own. Or a second Soul Shatter, which would kind of suck. There we go. So I guess, you know what, I shouldn't have played that land pre-combat in case they did in fact have the Fading Hope. Because then I wouldn't have been able to replay out my my land if that were the case. Wow. Good match there. Liked that one a lot. I'm sure I've made a bunch of small mistakes. But, you know, just incremental mistakes can lead up to, well, a loss, so. Anyways, let's play one more match with this deck. Again, this is Yuta Takahashi's Blue-Red Dragons list. Yeah, that he's currently playing at Worlds. And again, he's waiting in the finals for somebody in the lower bracket, so. Looks like a decent hand on the draw. Has a little bit of interaction, doesn't have any of the iterations though, sadly. Alright, and we're playing against a green deck, round one. Or, this is not round one, I don't... green deck. Egg was a great draw. Green-white. Why doesn't that plains have a name on it? That is very strange. Oh, let's make sure I hold full priority here. And that is a fantastic target for a Spike Field Hazard, let me tell you. Nice draw, speaking of. Alright, I'm feeling great about our position now. We got to shoot the Luminarch Aspirant immediately on our turn 1, their turn 2. Turn 2 egg for us. Sure, they do have Paulo here. And they hit the Epiphany, okay. Well, let's go ahead and start tucking in. Let's put the memory in our hand. Yeah, we want the second red, so Drari. And then we'll play out the mountain, pass. I won't get to transform the egg next turn. But potentially the turn after. Ooh, Dawnheart Wardens, okay. I think we're just going to land pass now. Set ourselves up. This game might be over very, very quickly. Easy block. We have Divide by Zero, which they know about. Chaplain of the Alms. That itself has ward, but it doesn't give other creatures ward yet. And they have an Intrepid Adversary. Okay, so they're just going super wide. We're gonna flip the egg next turn and start ping-pinging. 2 into hand. Let's take the land and the smashing. Let's flip the egg with iteration. One of them into my hand. Let's put the iteration in hand. Haul. Land. I meant to play the other one. I always get that order mixed up. Then let's 2, 4, 6, 7. I guess I just pass here. With Divide by Zero open and Dragonfire available. Okay, that's fine. attack if they want to. Okay, well, I don't know why they did. I get to bounce the Sigarda here. Ping the lifelinker. Let's go ahead and eat the 3/3 since we can just easy ping the 3/1 flyer. And that's, I mean, that's game over. Question is, how do I want to do this? I guess we'll just play it a little bit safe. And play that untapped by science. We'll go ahead and shoot that, that's fine. Dragon is so good. My hand is disgusting. I'm sure there was a better sequence, but I don't see myself losing from this scenario either. Alright, let's go. Epiphany, shoot them for 2. Snarl. Dragon. Shoot Sigarda for 4, them for 2. Attack. Put them to 2. Dragon fire my own creature. Ping them for 2. Man, this deck just feels like it preys on creature decks. Alright, Hope in, Burning Hands in, Cinderclasm's in, probably Heated Debate in. We don't need the Negate, the Dissipate, the Saw It Coming. Probably don't need any of the Epiphanies, and probably can cut a Toxic. God, I'm so used to Toxic Deluge. It's memory. This one's the memory. This is so much removal though, but yeah, I mean, seems good to me. Let's go. We want all of the cheap interaction. We just want to have turn 2 egg. How hard can that be? Pretty hard, but sounds great. I probably lead on the hazard. Oh, there's our egg. Yeah. So lead on our tapped red source. Then we'll play the Hall next turn. Okay, they didn't have Aspirant. That's good for us. Alright, I'll just go ahead and egg then. Rally the ranks. Okay, so humans. But they missed a land drop, it looks like. Sadly, I'm not going to be able to Jwari Isle them since I need to play out my land as well. Alright, let's hold full control. That resolves, and then before the trigger, fire the Aspirant. And now this game's basically over. Land pass. Divide by 0. Perhaps anything they cast this turn. Yeah, for sure. It's going to get the egg up to 5, and then we can get up to 7 with the sciences. Or we can just draw land for dragon. But either way. Either way, this game is very over. Do we have lethal here? We're pretty close, right? 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we're pretty close. All right. Well, that went rather nicely. Yeah, this deck's the real deal, though. The control matchups are a little bit awkward for sure, but you still have all of the tools necessary to beat them. And then versus any creature-based decks, I think you're just so far ahead. I mean, so much good removal, so much interaction, and then you still have the epiphanies, of course. Yeah, this is Yuta Takahashi's Blue-Red Dragons list that he's currently playing at the World Champs, and he might even take it down. I don't think it's over yet at the time of recording, but he's at the very least made it to the finals with this deck here, so if you, excuse me, wanted a fun little blue-red deck to try out, this is the one. You'll find the deck list below for that, but thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll keep the grind going, and hopefully soon enough, we'll be Mythic, so we'll see you guys next time. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, do the thing.